You're on with me again, Tree Boy for Life. What's up, YouTube? Here I wanted to show you some variations with tree climbing saddles, at least something you can do for yourself if you haven't already. I know a lot of guys, they tend to have one setup, but as time goes on, you'll see that you've learned from advancing from a traditional setup to more of a mechanical style setup. You use a variety of hitches, you learn a variety of knots, and although most people still tend to use most of the same stuff they learned in the beginning, but just in a more proficient way, they tend to use them. But here's something you can do. It's always good to go hunting for some extra gear, and I'll show you why. This is just a basic Sherrill tree belt. Of course, y'all know I do a lot from Sherrill or Sherrill, however y'all pronounce it. That's where I get a lot of the majority of my stuff from, or the used stuff that I get. People have bought it from Sherrill. And this is just your basic, just like the saddle bridge belt. It just has that with the D-rings. And you tend to want to use something smaller. Now I picked this up for 40 bucks at a pawn shop, and you can see it's barely being used. It's a really good deal. I mean, it doesn't have all the clips like the Weaver has, but it's really good. The reason why, you can see a big difference. Now this is an extra large belt. It's the biggest belt that they make. Now I got this really big because I wanted something for when I work in the wintertime, I'll still be able to have my coveralls on. And you know how it is when it gets cold and you're in the tree and the wind's whipping up there. It's really cold. And so I got this to where I have enough room, because most times, if you ever notice, I've always wear this on the last belt. And this one right here is probably my size. I'm about like a 30. I fluctuate from like a 34 to about a 36. And so this is a perfect size. And it's actually really well, or it works really well for doing little small jobs. Like you're in a really small tree and you ain't going to be up there a long time. You can use something like this. Or if you have a climber, you need some help, you got extra gear, which I know a lot of you guys have companies and you have a lot of guys that you use. You already got all that stuff, but of course some of the newer guys don't have it like that. They have to build up their stats, so to speak, and continue to grow with what they have to build up for their use with their tree service. So you need something of that nature, just something to keep you, or like just to get you across the hump, so to speak. There where you won't have to need all this, because there's a big difference in the weight of these two belts. And then too, there's nothing wrong with the older style. And I've actually learned that a lot of guys, they tend to love the D-ring style. You'll still see a lot of guys, even very great climbers, still climb with this style, because it's a difference in how it holds you up. You can kind of see it here, whereas opposed to saddle bridge kind of really holds your legs up more, and you can kind of see a difference there. So people have to adjust to the different feels of where the center of their rope is going to be when they're sitting in the bridge or when they're sitting in the saddle. So that's why it's a difference. And sometimes it's better. Some people prefer this over this. However it works, you choose what works best for you. But here's just a little tip. And there's all variations of saddles. I think y'all might have seen my other video where I picked up this just a lineman's belt. It's old school, like 87 model. But even something simple as this, you can climb up a little pole. You know, if you have like a little pine pole to go up, and again, it's a smaller size, like a medium belt, I think. Let me see here. What is this? Yeah, it's a medium. And you can go up the tree or pole climbing or whatever you're going to do. So try to find and have a little extra things to where you can do a variety of things when you're in the tree or when you're working. And that way you can be more proficient. But again, you're on with me, Tree Boy for Life. I just wanted to share this little tip with you and just some things. And I got some good deals too. I mean, I constantly shop thrift store. I constantly shop Goodwill. Like we have Mega Thrift here. We have many places. You can find some really good buys, and the pawn shop is by far one of the best places, because a lot of guys, they tend to pawn their stuff and they never come back and get it. And you can get it for dirt cheap because they hardly pay anything for it. And so I got that for 15, and I got that for 40. And of course, I bought this brand new because this is the main one I tend to use. And of course, this is about $250 saddle after taxes. So, and then you change the belt. The belt's about, the rope bridge, they have the webbing now, and it's about a $40, $50, after taxes buy. And then you can buy extra pads if you need to, but most of the time that's not needed. If you take care of your stuff, it'll take care of you, and you can use it for a long time. That's just me. Again, you're on me, Tree Boy for Life. Peace out.